Hey everybody, it's Kenneth Ramon back here again in the Cruiser Bruiser. Today I'm going to give you a little review on Miley Cyrus's Plastic Hearts. So I was super excited when I heard about this album. I saw videos of Miley covering artists like Blondie and Cranberries, and it kind of looked like she wanted to give this throwback or homage to the rockers from the 80s and notably like female rock stars and things like that. So I was super excited when I heard about this album, and I just had to pick it up. It's been out for a while now, but I ordered it online. I got the pre-order, and I decided to get this cover, this design. She had different colors of the album cover, and this is the one that I really like because you can't beat the original shot. And this is a great shot, great album cover. So like with this album cover itself, I was kind of like expecting like a Joan Jett sounding, Runaways sounding album. Now, if you are a fan of Miley Cyrus, you are not going to be disappointed with this album. I mean, it's in par with her previous work. Bangers was a great album that really took me by surprise. I just gave it a shot and I was like, wow, this is a pretty decent pop album. But Miley Cyrus, she definitely had some rock influence in this album. There is influence, and you could hear some fusion with the rock genre and instruments that are being used and styles in particular that kind of remind you of another rock artist when you hear some of these songs. Hey, wait a second. Aren't I forgetting something? Thumbnail. So track number 1 is a song called What the Do I Know? So what the do I know? It's a very pop punk sounding type of song. It's kind of similar to like Avril Lavigne. If you like Avril Lavigne and 2000s sort of punk influence pop music, you're gonna like this song. It's very in your face, and I love the lyrics on this song. It's very like, don't tell me what to do, I'm gonna do things my way. And I like songs like that. And the strengths I see in this song are the guitar solos, and there's got some very good guitar riffs. I know it opens with this bass line, and that's a really good way to start the album. And this is a very strong track to start this album with. So I'll give it that, and it's a pretty decent tune. So I liked it. Track number 2 is Plastic Hearts. Now I really like this song, and it's kind of funny because this song is not a rock song at all. I don't think it's a rock song, but being a kid, when I was a kid, I loved funk music and like that bass-driven, groovy funk style of music. So with this song, I really do hear that, like, I don't know, like I'm trying to think, like Kool and the Gang, like Ohio Players, like that kind of style of music. Remember Austin Powers and Goldmember when Beyonce did her funk music in that movie? Well, it's similar to that. And this song kind of starts off with a nice percussion. It's got this conga sounding, kind of like in the Rolling Stones, Sympathy for the Devil. It's got that kind of intro, and then the bass kicks in, and I really do like this song. And it's similar to songs off of Bangers, and I just love the hook on this song. It's definitely one of my favorites. Track number 3 is Angels Like You, and I really like this song. Okay, so this song, it kind of slows the album down. Like I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm not really the kind of ballad type of guy. It usually takes me a few listens, guys, and I was hooked when I first heard this song. And it's not just the melody, it's the lyrics that she uses and the metaphors she uses here. It's kind of ironic, because I know a lot of fans have been saying that this is like a throwback to Hannah Montana and her other pop stuff when she was younger. But like, and it does kind of have that sound, but with the lyrics, it's just so ironic because it's not something Disney people, I don't think they would approve of. It's definitely, I wouldn't say it's like your family friendly type of song. The lyric here is, angels like you can go down to hell with me. And that's just such a clever, thought out lyric. And it really kind of stuck with me. But it's so ironic because that's not something you would typically hear from like your Disney pop star, you know? And I think that's why Miley chose this song and this vibe, this melody to go with it, because it's kind of like It's like a middle finger to the Disney pop star that we know her as. So, and she's kind of like trying to get away from that. It's a brilliant way to do it with this song. Now, Prisoner, I think this is like the second single off of this album. It's funny because the singles aren't like the rock songs that are on this album. I know this album hit number one on the rock charts. This is the number one rock album in the US. So it took me by surprise that she chose the songs she chose as singles. But maybe that's just to appeal to her previous fans, just to kind of get them into exploring this album and then having some rock influenced tracks in this album, but also trying to draw that fan base back. So, I mean, she does a good job in doing that. But, okay, this song is called Prisoner. And this song, I like it. It's a decent, catchy song. It's a disco track. And I really do like it. And my only beef with this is I just hear too much Olivia Newton-John influence took in here. Like, it just sounds like she just took that physical song and just, yeah, she made it her own, and I guess that's good, but to me, it kind of just comes off as like a knockoff, and I'd like to think that Olivia Newton-John at least got some credit here. Now, track number 6, I would definitely say is the most rock influenced track on this album, and that's called Night Crawling, and it features one of my favorite idols, Billy Idol. And this is a really, really cool track. And, just like with my personal taste, I just love the chorus and the woohoos, and the woo-woos, I'm a Ramones guy, I like that woo-woos. So to hear that on this album, it's pretty dang cool. And it's a very good driving song. It really does get you pumped. But you know what? Billy Idol song doesn't do that. It really gets you pumped and going. Let's do this. Let's have a ball. Like with all the collabs that are on this album, definitely Billy Idol and Miley Cyrus, they need to keep working together because their voices and tone just go really well together. And they really do complement each other. Both of them could really scream and they got that oomph. And oh God, I love this song. Now, this comes very close to my favorite track off the album, but my favorite track off the album has to be this next song, track number 7, Midnight Sky. And again, guys, this comes as a surprise because this is very disco. And I like disco. I like funk. And I was expecting my favorite track off this album to be a rock-inspired tune. But with this song, okay, it's really the melody and the lyrics that she uses here. And this is similar to Prisoner. It's got a similar message in Prisoner, like breaking away from your toxic environment and people that are bringing you down and just being yourself, being free. And I just love the lyrics she uses here. She uses born to run, don't belong to anyone. It got the devil on my tongue. That's a really good metaphor. And you can hear a little bit of Stevie Nicks' influence in this track. And I think that's why she's credited on this song, because this song kind of borrows from Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks with the oohs in there. And I could hear it. But other than that, this is a really good original track from Miley. And I'm pleasantly surprised by it. Now let's get into track number 10. This is called Bad Karma. And I was very surprised by this because I saw it's got a feature from Joan Jett. Joan Jett herself. Now I know that Joan Jett has been promoting this song and trying to get it out there to her fans and trying to spread word on Miley's album here. But it's really not that like Joan Jett like. Yeah, other than the beat, okay, it's got a really good backbeat, and it kind of sounds similar to Do You Want to Touch by Joan Jett. And I really do like that, but I don't know, like, there's just something about this song that kind of gets on my nerves. It's the uh-huhs and like she keeps saying that over and over again, and it just irritates the heck out of me. So just with that, like, I can't give this like past like a couple listens. But other than that, I will say something good here. Okay, it's got a really retro 50s sounding doo-wop to this song. And not a lot of artists could pull this off. Okay, I know Meghan Trainor has done it, and Fergie. This song sounds similar to Fergie's Clumsy. It's got that retro doo-wop, rock and roll, old 50s rock and roll sound to it. And for that, I really do like it. I just wish that Miley didn't use that like over and over again. It's a loop. It sounds like a loop. It just sounds like a repeating loop, and it just gets on my nerves. So I wish it was better, but I do like the backbeat, and I do like the doo-wop influence with this track. So guys, I want to get your opinion on something. Now that Miley landed her #1 rock album, who is the tongue of rock? Is it the Rolling Stones? Is it Gene Simmons? Or is it Miley Cyrus? Comment down below, let me know. And number 11 is a really good song. It's called Never Be Me. Now this song, at first, I got this melancholy type of feel to it. This is just so pessimistic, and even though the song is melodic and catchy, I wasn't really digging it at first, but then I think in the third verse it kind of turns that around, and it is a really good song. And it's got a Phil Collins type of sound to me. I don't know, I might be sounding crazy here, but when I hear it, I kind of think of Take Me Home by Phil Collins. And a lot of this album, you guys, has that old retro 80s sound. So if you really like 80s music, you'll like this album. And I know back in the 80s, pop rock was a huge thing. So maybe this fusion of pop and rock music, it's not really gonna make a big difference for people. But, for me, I was just I was expecting something different because of how it was marketed, and it being the #1 rock album in the US, I thought it was going to be a full 100% rock album. But this is still a pretty good album. And Never Be Me is an awesome track. It comes very close as a favorite of mine on this album. Definitely top 3. So guys, I mean, if I were to rate this album from a scale of 1 to awesome, okay, guys, I'm just going to go with it. If I was going to listen to this album with an open mind, not thinking of any genre at all, that's crisscross awesome sauce. Definitely check this album out, you guys. But listen to it with an open mind, because this is a really, really good album. It's just not 100% rock. Even though there are some rock influences and some awesome rock collaborations, this is pop rock, or pop. And it's good. And I love it. Check it out. Alrighty guys, well that's my personal take on this album. I hope you enjoy this album. I hope you enjoy this review. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, happy holidays. Stay safe out there, okay? And thank you guys for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I'm new here on YouTube. I do autograph related videos and movie reviews and music reviews. So if you're into that, please subscribe and support the channel. I appreciate it so much. I got some pretty cool news for you guys that are autograph collectors following my page. Got a really cool video coming up. So I can't wait. And thank you guys so much. Kenneth Ramon, signing off.